In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, somebody got a little upsetty and dumped their spaghetti on a highway.
And on the flip side, should you need a college degree to run a grocery store or deli? And how much popcorn is too much popcorn? Mike, hit the music. And they're off. And welcome back to yet another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whenever you listen to this podcast. We're ready for another fantastic episode. I hope you guys are ready for one too, because we have a great one planned. Mike, how are you? How are things?
Things are fabulous. You did not hear beforehand, Matt. We usually do a countdown just so we're all like kind of set and ready to go. So that way, if you're watching the YouTube video, you see our sweet smiling faces. It's usually 3, 2. Matt counted from 5 to 1.
Yep.
And I was a little confused. So if I looked a little off put in the intro, I'm sorry, but I'm ready to have a conversation with my best friend, my roommate for life. Yeah, I mean, we're good. Things are good. Mm-hmm. That's
I just have to keep you on your toes.
Hey,
you always gotta
always gotta keep me up and at it. So I really don't have much I don't want to say updates or small talk, but that's probably for later on in the show. But yeah, let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Sure. I'm ready to go. Locked and loaded. I got a beer cracked. One funny story is I asked Mike before the podcast if he was having an alcoholic drink, responsibly, obviously. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll have one. And we made sure we had the same size. And I said, I would have the one that you're having, but I didn't want to have one too strong, which his is 9%. And I looked down at mine, 8%. So I thought it was 5. So...
yeah. Explain to me doing a podcast responsibly.
I meant drinking responsibly.
That's what
I
mean.
Podcasting.
Like, how do you podcast responsibly? Actually, sorry. Rephrase that. How do you podcast irresponsibly?
I'm saying inappropriate things.
Oh, man.
Or things that just should never be said.
Well, that's the power of editing for you, but that's okay. So.
Like the Oakland A's broadcaster this past weekend.
Oh.
Did you see that?
I did not, but I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Not good.
No.
Not good. Dropping a racial slur live on air is never appropriate. No. Especially when you are a broadcaster for a Major League Baseball team. And he just kept going.
Didn't one of the reporters, it was definitely a New York Yankees, but definitely one of the reporters who usually reports at the New York Yankees was fired because she got caught on a hot mic calling somebody a "see you next Tuesday"?
She may have.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, this guy said it at the exact same stadium as Tom Benjamin, as his deep fly ball to left field, not like the 4-0 ball game. The exact same stadium. Yeah, which is ironic.
Maybe it has to deal with the seat.
It could.
The chair,
maybe.
I should say.
Yeah, because they were both visiting broadcasters.
That's some bad juju. They need that chair burnt to a crisp and thrown out of that stadium.
Get a new one.
Well, speaking of throwing things out, Matt, found a story that's a little closer to home than I would thought.
Okay.
Matt, we know our environment. We're trying so well to keep our environment clean, keep it friendly. We only have one planet. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Typically, I mean, I don't know how often you are in the passenger seat, but do you typically sometimes look and see all the stuff that's thrown to the side of the road, or it's tires or trash bags?
Mm-hmm.
Have you empty
Starbucks cups?
Yeah,
that people just toss out the window because scumbags.
How about 500 pounds of pasta?
No, I've never heard of 500 pounds of pasta. I think I saw this story though.
So I say close to home because I have yet to report the update because there is a slight update to the story. But this road was mysteriously had 500 pounds of pasta on the side of the road in North Carolina. The pasta appeared to be fresh. It was dumped into large plastic bags. The authorities believe that someone may have stolen the pasta from a nearby restaurant or distributor. However, one New Jersey resident, which is where I thought close to home, thinks a military veteran who was trying to clear out a stockpile of old food out from his dead mother's home was behind it.
Interesting.
Gets good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I heard a different theory, but keep going.
Oh, well, I want to hear yours now.
Okay, so I don't know if this was a theory or this is people commenting on TikTok. Have you seen the guy on TikTok that he started making
pasta
with the eggs, and each time it doubled it?
Yeah.
Well, now he's up to like 1,000 eggs, and people were like kind of connecting the dots. Is like, well, did he just dump this pasta on the side of the road? Like, what's going on? But maybe he didn't.
He always says in his videos, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's located in Pittsburgh. He shares that he first of all, getting down to about 100,000 eggs. You kind of like, if anybody doesn't know how, homemade pasta is made, like you take a bunch of flour, wheat, flour. It's white.
Flour.
Call me the chef Boyardee. And you put eggs in it and you mix the eggs with the flour, and that's what gets you that consistency of the pasta. And then you need to run it through like a pasta maker. I don't know the correct terminology for it.
That's good, correct terminology.
But he's been doubling his amount of eggs for this project. And obviously it's becoming wasteful in a sense, but he's turned it into a positive note where he's now donating the pasta to homeless shelters.
Yep. And I have seen that. People were just kind of wondering, like, does he actually do it? Because I don't know if has he ever shown videos of himself donating it to the homeless shelters, or does he just say it?
In his last video, he has shown people who are helping him.
Okay.
But I have not seen a, quote, delivery of pasta to homeless shelters.
I hope it's not him.
I hope not either, but we all know how YouTube celebrities are, TikTok celebrities are. They could say one thing and they completely do the opposite thing. So,
yep.
But do you think whoever did it is going to be found or caught?
I hope so, because that's a lot of freaking pasta to just waste. Like, think about how many like families or like homeless people or just people that can't afford dinner would appreciate like pasta. For one night, 2 nights, 3 nights, like 500 pounds of pasta.
I'm actually making pasta this recording week. So
we made pasta last night. It was phenomenal. Well, let me rephrase that. April made pasta last night. I cut up the chicken. But it was like it was chicken with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and like a garlic white sauce.
Okay.
Like a heavy cream white sauce. So good.
Alfredo?
No, it wasn't Alfredo. It was just heavy cream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to die for.
Nice.
But yeah, just think about how many people could like survive off that pasta and to just waste it. Like, I don't know. I would like to know the reasoning why, if they're just that much of a scumbag, or if they thought it was bad, or like if they were just like, I don't know. I don't see a viable reason for throwing out that much pasta.
Well, apparently it was actually considered an environmental hazard for having the pasta all dumped on the side of the road. And it actually, which I've experienced this much, it caused significant traffic delays. But I could just imagine, like, on the highway, like, it's rubbernecking. Like, that's what 90% of traffic delays or backed up traffic is, because people are freaking curious and they'll slow down, and then it slows the rest of everyone. Like, I saw this weird video of like how like rubbernecking happens and how traffic delays happen. Like, number one reason, because even this week when I was driving home from work, I was in a huge traffic delay, and I'm like, what was the point of it? And then come to find out, there was a bunch of cops on the right side, like on the first lane of the highway, and come to find out that a car caught on fire. And it was all put out by the time I passed it, but probably that one person was like, oh my goodness, that car's on fire. Pauses the brake and goes for it.
Wonderful. Rubbernecking is the dumbest thing in the world. Just keep driving. Don't be that nosy.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a time where like you have to stop, because if it was like an accident and it's like both sides of the road, then like you kind of have to stop. Like you can't just keep going, or else that's even more of a pileup. But even that, like you can see it for half a second and still go. You don't have to slow down.
Yeah, correct. That's the dumbest thing. You can still go 35 on the highway, slow down, pass it safely. You don't have to slow down to like basically a complete stop and be like, oh man, oh look, I got, oh he hit, how did he get over there? It's so stupid.
Do you know what's giving me? You know what's giving me like the heebie-jeebies?
What?
Cleaning that mess. Like how do you think, like it all serious? Like how do you think they clean that mess up? Like to me, it's just like gloves and just scooping up the pasta with your bare hands and then just like putting it in trash bags.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they have like a giant industrial size like pasta scooper?
Like,
they just picked up.
They take like this giant fork and they just start twirling the pasta. So that way they can get
for a spoon and a fork. Yeah. It's like a chef's dream.
Oh man, but like just thinking about it, it's like you can't shovel it, like because the density and like kind of the length of the pasta is gonna mess it up. But then like,
I have a question. I raise my hand.
Hit it.
What kind of pasta was it?
It looked like just regular spaghetti pasta. Didn't look anything in particular. Pasta itself.
I think that's even worse, because then you just get red sauce all over the place. Like if it was Alfredo, it's at least like a little bit more cleanable.
Yeah. Well, I guess from the report, there wasn't actually sauced up. Like it was just plain pasta. Spaghetti on the side of the road. Just want to make sure. I want to be accurate here.
Yeah. Was it spaghetti, fettuccine, penne, rigatoni?
I said it was spaghetti.
Just spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah. I love how Yahoo comes out. YTF. So YTF did someone dump 500 pounds of pasta on the side of the road?
Yeah. How do you even make 500 pounds of pasta?
I'm trying to think. What's like a typical like size? Like typical,
I don't know. That was also my thought. Like how much pasta did I eat last night at dinner? A bowl. How much is a bowl? I don't know.
Typical spaghetti box size. I'm having a brain. 16 ounces.
So a pound. 16 ounces is a pound.
Yeah.
So 500. Yeah, 500 boxes. Yes. 16 ounces is a pound.
That was 64. Oh, it is 16. 3 pounds then.
That's crazy.
500 boxes. So like take those like typical 500 boxes, like the 16-ounce box of spaghetti, and just times that by 500.
That's insane. That's literally like buying out an entire like region's grocery store of pasta.
Yeah.
Of spaghetti.
And like
that's wild.
I don't want to say it makes sense, but there is an appropriate way to toss said spaghetti if the New Jersey resident thinks that he's trying to clear out the individual's trying to clear out from his dead mother's home. Like there's a way to dispose that, not dump it on the side of the road.
I'd just like to know his thought process. Maybe he's in a weird way. This is like his like snapping of the finger like Thanos. Like he's trying to eliminate the population by throwing out every single piece of spaghetti in the greater North Carolina region.
Yeah. It's funny. Yahoo News, they had the title like the pasta on the side of the road. Which actually I might be inaccurate with how I read, because it's in New Jersey. Like I don't know where the North Carolina came from.
Okay, so it's New Jersey.
So it's in actual New Jersey. I apologize for everybody who was yelling at me in the car. This was in New Jersey, not North Carolina, you idiot. Yes, it's in New Jersey. But at the end of the article, the Yahoo News article, it says you might also like insanely easy weeknight dinners to try this week.
I have another question.
Yeah.
No, I understand it was thrown out, and I don't know how long it was sitting there. But like the pasta that's like on top of the pile, that's like not on the ground, edible?
Will it eat?
Could you eat that? Like, did we waste more? Did we waste more pasta than we should have?
I'm gonna say I just sent Matt the link in our chat. I want Matt.
Is there a picture of the pasta?
Yeah, it's literally a picture of the pasta.
All right.
So there's two photos. One on the left side is like all it was dumped, and then on the right was like one glop of it on the side of the road.
Okay. See, if it was like the big pile, then I'd say yes, you could eat the top stuff on the top.
It seems like he intentionally. Like,
yeah, he made like a line.
Kind of like, so yeah, like either he was like driving and throwing this pasta out, yep, or he wanted to spread it out, which like, I don't know why you would want to spread it out.
I got it. I got the theory.
Okay, hit it.
They need to dig under the ground where that pasta was, because he definitely covered up her body under there. 100%.
It is
100%. He's like, how do I cover my tracks? Dump pasta on the ground. They're not going to think anything of it.
The weird will get weirder.
It's true. There's something under that ground. There's like a hidden treasure chest or something.
I hate to be that guy, but what if it's his mother?
Wow. That took a turn.
I know.
Or if he buried like the world's greatest pasta recipe and he's just like trying to give it to us.
But like,
that sounded wrong,
but like in a very weird and mysterious way.
Yeah.
Putting it on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I'm invested in this after you sharing that theory that there's a dead body underneath.
There's something under that ground.
Allegedly. Well, I can't say allegedly. Supposedly. Theoretically. Thank you. Yes.
Hypothetically.
We'll
say, yeah. I just like doing this. Name your top 3 pasta dishes.
I feel like we've done this already.
We definitely have not.
I feel like we have. So like, are we actually talking about like the type of pasta or like what type of like pasta dish?
Not just the noodle, like overall.
The noodle, like the
dish.
Overall.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, I think my number one is just spaghetti and meat sauce. I feel like that's super simple. I guess kind of like a sublet of that is like pasta and meatballs. So like having some like really nice meatballs with pasta. I feel like the Alfredo, like chicken Alfredo pasta, like that's probably number 2. I don't get it as much, but when I do, like I absolutely like love it. And buffalo chicken mac and cheese.
Yeah, I forgot about mac and cheese. That technically does count.
I was like, wait a minute, mac and cheese is a pasta.
Okay.
Actually, I switched buffalo chicken mac and cheese to number 2.
Okay. I'm going to go. This is tough. This is very tough. I'm going to go chicken Alfredo number 3. I'm going to go regular mac and cheese number 2. And number 1 is penne vodka.
Penne vodka.
My mom, and April has started to make it too, makes a penne vodka with prosciutto.
Okay.
Oh, it is so freaking good.
Nice.
Honestly, you really can't make a bad pasta.
You can't. I mean, you
like
can't.
as long as the noodles are cooked well,
al dente,
and like you could really add anything to pasta. Like I love the best pasta I ever had in my life was in Bethany Beach in Delaware, and it was a seafood pasta it was like a white garlic sauce with like scallops, crab, shrimp, and something else. It was the best pasta I ever had in my life.
I will shout out to my mom because that's like, I remember in college they're always like, so what do you want to have when you first get home? I'm like, spaghetti and meat sauce, please, because my mom knows how to make a banging spaghetti and meat sauce. which is even hilarious because our neighbor, when he first started like getting to know us, because he moved much later than we moved into our new place, my parents' new place, he was wondering what the recipe was, and my mom wouldn't give it to him. And I'm not going to reveal it on the podcast, but it is super simple. Even I could do it. It's just a certain way to prepare the pasta. There's no like ingredients. It's a certain way you have to prepare it. And our neighbor went to the extent of buying like super expensive pasta to actually see if it was the pasta that made the difference. And it just turned out to be even much better because it was expensive pasta. And he was like, come on. He's like, you got to tell me the recipe. Like it was like such a mystery, but my mom still won't. I mean, I haven't checked to see if she has revealed it yet, but it was just so funny. And like, it is so simple. And like Jenny even knows how to do it. And it's like,
I'm going to be honest here. I'm not saying I don't like spaghetti and meatballs. I like meat sauce.
Trying to start a fight?
No, I just think it's very overrated. Like I like red sauce, but like actual like just spaghetti meatballs, I don't know if I've had it more than like I don't know. It's just it doesn't get me going as much as anything else.
Doesn't get you going. I feel like that's like every kid's introduction to like eating spaghetti. Though. So like it's a significant impact on a child's life because you're not going to try to give them this like crazy pasta dish. Like, I mean, buttered noodles is like another thing too. Like, like
how many times as a kid did you just eat buttered noodles?
All
the time. Like when I was in elementary school, like 4 times a week. It was the best thing ever.
And always, even like Thanksgiving,
a good shake of Parm cheese on there.
No, oh my god, oh gosh, 160 episodes. I don't know if I've told this story or not, but when I was a kid, I think I was like 5 years old. I loved Parmesan cheese, like to the point where like the little glops, like the little like kind of not like the hard Parmesan cheese, but like it turns into a ball and you like just plop it in your mouth.
Yep.
Shit you not. There was one. I remember I was sitting at the dining table and the one probably about the size of like 4 quarters put next to each other came out. And I remember my dad go, I dare you to eat that. So of course I'm like, yeah, popped in my mouth, completely regurgitated back up.
Oh no, too much.
and it's in like, it's not like, it wasn't like fresh Parmesan. It's that typical green plastic.
The shaker stuff. Yeah.
The shaker stuff. Every time I see a shaker, I was like, oh, I remember that. That's not good. But yeah, buttered noodles. Thanksgiving, I also had buttered noodles too when I was a very picky kid.
Wow.
So it was buttered noodles. Oh my goodness. But
also, how come adults don't eat pinwheel noodles?
Pinwheel noodles,
like the ones that look like a little wheel, like the pinwheel things.
I don't know.
Those things. That's a delicious noodle.
I haven't had those in a while, so I can't really comment. When was the last time you had them?
Am I calling them correct? Pinwheel noodles.
When did you have them last?
I haven't, but like your wheel just went off.
Yeah, they're pinwheel.
Yeah, the pinwheels, like the mini wheels.
Yeah,
those things are freaking amazing.
Wait, ruote. Ruote is a wheel-shaped pasta that is very similar to rotel.
Ruote.
Ruote. Yep. Ruote. I think that's how you say it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Ruote.
Yeah.
Ruote.
That's a great pasta. Very underrated.
I like how the Barilla pasta just calls it mini wheels.
Mini wheels? No, that's a great way to advertise the kids. What kind of pasta you want today? Mini wheels. Okay. Like smile.
Why?
Be real.
Oh, of course. Text your high school friends that.
I actually don't have a single person from high school on Be Real.
Well, I also see in quick Google image search, there's Kid Cuts and it says wagon wheel pasta.
We've gone off the rails, so let's just continue to go off the rails.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you like Gouda in your mac and cheese?
Dude, Gouda's like the best cheese to have in your mac and cheese.
Is it? I don't know. I don't love Gouda mac and cheese. And I said this to April okay. I said that to April over the weekend. She's like, I love Gouda. I was like, I don't think I like Gouda.
Why not?
I just don't like the taste of it. I don't know.
I feel like it's a nice ratio of the pasta to the cheese. Like Gouda mac and cheese.
What do you mean ratio to pasta to cheese?
So like it's not runny. It's not like obnoxiously thick. Like there is a decent consistency where like you're pulling it and like there's cheese being pulled from it. Mm-hmm. Like, and yes, it's not like clumped onto it, but at least like you are having true mac and cheese when it's Gouda mac and cheese.
Interesting. Do you want a good Kraft mac and cheese hack?
I can't even tell you the last time I made Kraft mac and cheese, but hit me.
Let me tell you, if you want to take your Kraft, and everyone listen at home, if you want to take your Kraft mac and cheese from an 8 to a 10, you cook it the same way.
Okay.
Before you serve it, April put me onto this. It's a little more than a splash of milk and like 2 good spoonfuls of butter.
It's usually how you make Kraft mac and cheese.
No, I'm saying if you just use the cheese sauce.
Yeah, but that's like on the box.
I used to just eat it with the cheese sauce.
Matt, on the box, it literally asks you to put milk.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it takes it from an 8 to a 10. So it's a good hack for everybody at home that doesn't read the box like me.
I was thinking even something more like put Old Bay on that because I've done that.
Oh, you put Old Bay in your mac and cheese?
You've never tried that?
No.
Matt, you need to try that.
I don't think I would like Old Bay mac and cheese.
Like just a little spritz. Like I mean, I doused it, but like just a little spritz.
I also can't cook Old Bay in the house.
You don't need to cook Old Bay. You just sprinkle it like salt.
Are you okay? I don't think that'd be good. Do you need
help adulting?
I don't think that'd be good. Old Bay mac and cheese.
You've never been to like a seafood restaurant that had Old Bay mac and cheese?
No, I've never heard of Old Bay mac and cheese before.
What?
No. And I like Old Bay. Like I'll do like Old Bay potato chips. Old Bay wings are really good. But Old Bay mac and cheese, I don't think I'd mess with that.
It's so good when like you put like, I mean, I don't make this at home, but like it's like crab mac and cheese. Like you sprinkle Old Bay on top of that.
I don't even know if I've had crab mac and cheese, to be honest. And I love crab.
Wow.
When it comes to mac and cheese, I like it very basic.
I can tell.
Yeah, I like it good, just noodles and cheese.
Well, technically milk and butter on top of that too.
And milk and butter, correct. Yes. The fancy way.
I feel like I have a box right now. I feel like I want to go get it and like just show you that it literally says milk and butter on the box.
It probably does. Do you like Velveeta?
I've never tried that actually.
I don't mess with Velveeta. It's creamy, but it's too creamy. Like they say liquid gold, but it's too heavy.
It's like everybody says they like what do you call it? Nutella. Like
you don't like Nutella?
I've never tried it, so I can't really comment.
Nutella is phenomenal. I put Nutella on a chocolate rice cake. Heavenly.
I think it's overrated.
You've never had it.
I know, but I think it's overrated.
You can't make that statement. That's like when you're little and you're like, Mom, I don't like pickles. You've never had pickles, but I don't like it. You can't say that if you've never had it.
Okay, fine. Moving on.
Why
I'm done.
Why
done
haven't
with
you?
this mac and cheese talk.
I'm not done. Why haven't you had Nutella?
Because it's just never brought. Like, I'm not gonna buy it first of all to like try.
You can get a small jar like that.
It's a waste. It's such a waste.
That's not a waste. You can put it on.
Yes,
anything.
it is. So what if I don't like it?
I'll buy it from you.
Oh yeah, okay.
I will. 100%.
One slab of a knife, Nutella jar.
I will buy the rest of the jar from you.
$5.
$3.50.
$3.50.
Face value.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll keep you updated if this pasta, this impasta is going to be up to anything. Oh my god, that was awful.
Yeah, that was bad. So we're gonna move on. We've already started yelling about things we're passionate about, so let's keep that going. It's time for a little say what. And I'm going to go first. Mike, I have 3 options to choose from.
I have 3, so just say all 3.
Well, I don't know if I've said this one on the podcast before, so I'm going to need your help.
I'll be here.
And this isn't really a strong opinion that I have. This is more so I'm a weirdo. Have I talked about my weird parking habits?
No, I don't think you have. Okay. So this is new.
So,
nice.
All right. Well, then if you have 3, we'll just do 3. This is something that I know I'm weird. And every time I tell this to someone, they're like, yeah, that's weird. When I go to a new place, yes.
No, I was going to say, do you back up every parking spot?
No.
Okay.
No.
But continue.
When like last week, I had an event. Never been to this place before. I actually had 2 events. Never went to this place before. I have a weird thing about parking where if I know I'm going to a new place, like 3 days before that date, I am on Google Maps. I'm looking at, is there a parking lot? Is it street parking? How close is the parking lot to the place? What street am I supposed to park on? I get so fixated on, I need to know where I have to park. I need to know, do I have to pay for street parking? Is the street parking free? Like it's very weird, but it's like every time I freak out about this for 3 days so that when I get there, I need to know what I'm expecting. Because in my head, if I go and I need to park on the street and I get there late, I know I can't try to get a close parking spot to the building because it's probably going to be full. So I need to know if I'm preparing for street parking, the first one I see, I'm taking. Like me and parking are very weird. And like, I just obsess over it.
I'll validate your feelings. You're not the only person who does that.
Okay.
Because I do that too.
Because I feel like I haven't met someone that does that yet.
Literally did that the other day when I had to stay at an Airbnb. I wanted to know parking specifically. So then they had a tutorial, like a little video as far as like what are free spots. And then I was like, well, I want to park closer. So I looked up town name, metered parking, and it's like, oh, it's only from this to this. Which then when I walked in to a store to get change for $1, the guy goes, well, he's like, luckily, he's like, you only have to use 2 quarters, because he's like, if you're in the city next to us, he's like, you would have to buy more quarters. You would have to get more quarters because their metering stops at 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
That is obnoxious. I was like,
obnoxious.
That is ridiculous. I said, usually it's 5. Like, that's a standard. Like,
that's BS.
Oh, 9 o'clock. And on the weekends, too. I was like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's absurd. That's insane. The one event I had to, it started at 6. And they were like, there's only parking for like 50 cars. So we recommend you carpool early. And I was an event I was going to by myself. So you know what time I got there?
Like 30 minutes early.
Like 5:20 and sat in my car for 40 minutes. I was at a separate meeting outside of the office, and then I got done. And then I only had it was on my way to the place. So I only had like 15-minute drive. So I was done with that at 5. I was like, all right, like, I don't have anything else to do. Like, I can't go home first. So I'll just sit in my car. But yeah, April always makes fun of me for it. And now everyone in the office makes fun of me for it.
Because she told everyone in the office?
No, I've told people in the office.
Oh, I was just going to say, if she told everyone in the office, I'm like, yeah.
No.
Just want to beat somebody up.
No. But it's something that's going to haunt me and apparently us for the rest of our lives.
I'm okay with it. Because you're going to be the most prepared for like vacations and anything. Because everybody's going to be like, we don't know where to park. Be like, I know exactly where to park.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yep. They're the real suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not prime parking. They're not having the opportunity to find the best parking spot. No. Because they'd much rather figure it out as they go there.
Correct.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Those people are idiots.
Idiots. Well, I have 3, but I have one funny story I'll start off with. And the 2 I'm kind of like excited about. So I had to go out a little grocery shopping before this recording.
Yep.
Not that it was like back to back, but like I went in the morning. Dude, I got some cinnamon buns today for breakfast. Oh, I haven't had those in a long time.
I haven't had a cinnamon bun in a very long time.
It was so good. I was a wimp because if you ever had to make cinnamon buns, like Pillsbury, for example, like they tell you the instructions to break the can. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, kind of, if anybody's ever done it before, like you literally have to hit it on the edge of the counter in order for it to open.
Or
so
you
I'm
get
like,
a spoon.
Yeah, that too. So I like hit my counter. I'm like, I feel like, think of it like you're swinging a baseball bat. Like I think I was swinging it like 20%. I was like tapping it. I'm like, so I think I like tapped it like 5 times. And so I tried FaceTiming my mom because I was like in a pickle here. She didn't pick up. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to slam it one time. And I said, if that doesn't work, I'm Googling it. So I literally went all the way back. I think I went to like 80% of the swing. Boom! It opened up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like that's, I said I was just being a freaking wuss as far as getting my can of cinnamon buns out. And mom called and she's like, yeah, she's like, you would think like baking, you have to be careful, but like that instruction, you could just let it fly. I was like, okay, thanks, mom. Anyway, so back to the grocery store. I go up to the deli because I'm a sandwich boy. Love my sandwiches. First of all, there was a manager that was like, someone's at the counter. So the person came up. I said, hi, yes, good morning. How are you? Yada, yada, small talk. So like, I'd like 3/4 pound of the insert brand name of the grocery store oven roasted turkey breast, please. She goes, okay. And then so she goes and she takes a spoon. I was like, well, that's interesting.
Oh. Oh, no.
She takes a spoon. Doesn't go near the turkey at all whatsoever. She starts scooping the kind of like
pasta salad,
the chicken Caesar salad.
Oh,
Matt, how could you confuse oven roasted turkey breast with chicken Caesar salad?
It takes a special kind of stupid to do that.
Puts it on the weight scale. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why hasn't, like I said, I literally talked to her face to face to say, I want what I want. And I said, why is she doing something else and not helping me out? And then she goes, is there anything else you can help me with today? And she starts handing me the chicken Caesar salad. And I'm like, that's not what I asked for. And she goes, oh, like I almost was going to say, how could you confuse brand oven roasted turkey breast with chicken Caesar salad? And I was very clear. Like I said it loud. I was obnoxiously loud. I said, can I get the brand oven roasted turkey breast, please? I was like, can I get the brand oven roasted turkey breast? No, I was loud.
So he spends up. I make it food myself. So.
Right. And she goes, just so we're on the same page when she's about to slice. I'm like, yes, you have the turkey out. That's as far as we can go. Just start slicing. Like,
it's enough slices.
And there's somebody else who was waiting at the counter. And of course, the manager again goes, somebody else is at the counter. So like, obviously it was very discombobulated. She kind of like looks at me. And I was about to say, I don't know how you can get confused with those 2 words.
That's incredible.
Oh,
absolutely incredible.
Way to start my morning.
Grocery stories. Grocery stories.
I kind of like that more.
Grocery stories. That's a brand for the side podcast. Grocery stories.
Could be our spinoff.
Yeah. They're always wild. Always wild.
I told Jenna, because I was telling her the story. Like I'm always curious when I go to like those areas where like there's quote management at those places.
Yeah.
But like there is no set management, or shall I say the lack thereof management.
Correct.
Like somebody gets slapped the title that they're the manager of the deli, but like they are not using management quality level skills in order for them to manage a team.
No, they like, definitely don't have their bachelor's of deli degree.
Right. Deli slicing. Like I should never as a customer hear the manager yelling at her employees that somebody's at the counter.
Correct.
Like that needs to be told ahead of time. I'm just
also the manager can be like, hi, how can I help you?
Right. Help me.
Yep.
Oh, what can you okay, let me get somebody to help you out with. Duh.
Yep. It's not hard.
So I almost walked home with a chicken Caesar salad. 3/4 pounds of chicken
Caesar salad. She
gave
it to you for free.
Yeah, I was like, no. I'm okay.
Chicken Caesar salad is very good.
Now that I'm like saying it multiple times, like I think it was like a chicken salad wrap. Like it looked more liquidy than it did. Like there was
Like
I don't know.
chicken salad. Chicken salad is also good.
I think so. I don't know. I'm chicken, turkey. I don't know how you confuse that.
Yeah, interesting. All right, my second one. Let's see. So I said a few weeks ago that I have been retired from sports gambling.
Oh, really, Matt?
I have.
It's so funny you said that.
Why?
Oh, because, last weekend we were hanging out in person.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see you going on your phone. Oh, I did this much today. I did that much today. And I'm like, Mr. Matthew.
No.
I was this close to playing that bit, which you said you retired from sports gambling at your party, your own party.
Well, first of all, you got me drunk on purpose at my party. I blame you.
You were not that drunk when you sports bet. You were not that tipsy. Yeah. You were buzzed. So you could have drove.
So right now, as of the time of this recording, I am back to being retired. However, last weekend, and that's why I started this with "and they're off," was a little thing called the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Betting on horse racing is thrilling.
Oh.
Thrilling.
Sounds like we need to have a little intervention.
No, I'm retired again. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's no money in any of my accounts. Yeah, it's thrilling. It's also a weird phenomena of like the Kentucky Derby. 99.8% of the people do not follow horse racing, do not know a single thing about these horses until Kentucky Derby. They read the names. They do like 5 minutes of research. They're like, this horse is going to win. And then everybody watches it. Everybody loses money. It's thrilling. I mean, my horse that I picked was very close to winning. April's horse that she picked was almost in the lead.
Is she retired from sports gambling?
April is also retired from sports gambling as well. And I put in some things for my family because sometimes my family will go to like the local sports book to place their own bets. They weren't able to, so I did it for them. But congratulations to my brother, Steven, for correctly picking the Kentucky Derby winner.
What was his payout?
$36.
Oh, wonderful.
On a $2 bet.
Okay.
$2. Not bad. Yeah, but sometimes when we go down to Ocean City, Maryland, we'll go to the live horse track they have down there.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a casino, but they have like live horse racing.
Right,
that's also thrilling in person.
I was gonna say like the casinos are starting to have like I guess basically live sports betting, but like it's just literally just a pile of TVs on the side of the wall, and it's.
Yeah, but this place actually, if you walk out back, there's an actual horse track, and it's literally live horse racing.
Nice,
like right in front of your face. That is thrilling in person. Wow. Yeah.
So you're retired again?
I am retired officially. Yes.
Okay.
But I reserve the right to at some point later unretire.
I was just gonna say we'll check in 2 weeks later and see how that's going.
Yeah, usually in the fall, like college football, that's when I'll start back up again.
Yeah. Well, Matt, for my second one, it's a proud moment here.
Okay. We should celebrate these more often on the podcast.
Really? You're going to celebrate this one.
You said a proud moment. I don't know.
Yeah, proud moment. Matt, I generated my first AI use.
I don't know what that means.
Artificial intelligence?
Yeah, what do you mean generated it?
So what I did was I can do a voice recording.
Okay.
So I can go on my voice memos.
Yes.
I could do a voice recording.
Okay.
And if I upload it to a certain file on my Google Drive, there is a thing called whisper.ai.
Okay.
That can deliver a transcript for me. And then the transcript can be interpreted with ChatGPT. And ChatGPT can look at the transcript and will give me a basic summary as far as what was said in the voice recording, the full transcript, the going through an example that I just did. The main points of the conversation.
Okay.
Stories, examples, and citations of the transcript.
Okay.
Potential action items in the transcript. Follow-up questions in the transcript. And arguments and areas for improvement.
Okay.
And it all goes into this nice little page that I love setting up in Notion. So
it's a lot of words.
Well, that's the transcript.
Transcript
but
of
all
what?
Of a conversation that I had.
Oh, okay.
With somebody. And so it was typically it was a meeting.
Mm.
So instead of me taking notes, I can just put it down.
You did that for work?
I am intending on using it for work.
Okay.
But I did it on my free time.
Okay. So how much of your salary do you plan on paying AI?
How much do I plan on paying?
Yeah, from your salary that you get.
So the total transcription, the total usage cost of me doing that was about 15 cents.
Did you pay for that 15 cents?
I did.
Okay.
So I can gladly say that using AI is much more affordable than sports betting.
It's not true.
Oh.
It's just not true. I mean, listen, in 5 years.
It's not true. How much was your bet for the Kentucky Derby? 14 cents?
No, it wasn't.
What was it?
It was like, I think I bet $10 on my horse.
Oh, really? $10?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep.
And what did you get out of it?
What I get on this particular bet? I got
Nothing.
0. On my lifetime, I am up money.
Nothing.
I'm up money. Absolutely.
Oh, magic
listen,
crunch.
Don't come crying to me when in 7 years, when your job gets replaced by an AI. I'm just saying.
I will repeat this as I said it again. AI will not replace jobs.
It sure
if you
will.
don't look into AI,
Nope.
You will be replaced.
Nope.
Yep.
Not true. It's just not true.
Yep.
You know what? I wouldn't want an AI to place my sports bet. I got all the information I need right up here.
Okay. Even though studies have shown that we cannot simply process or hold the same amount of information as we did 50 years ago.
They're going to kill us all. My last say what?
Completely skips over.
I'm very passionate about this. And I think we've talked about this a little bit on podcasts. Your mom's before.
Margarita machine.
No. However, shout out to us for completely forgetting about Cinco de Mayo last week. My mom did make some great margaritas for Cinco de Mayo.
I mean, yeah. Cinco de Mos too, but anyway.
Cinco de Mos, true. Mike, can you get your expletive button ready to go?
It's ready.
Yeah. Okay. I think you'll know when you need to click it.
Wait, for me or for you?
You're going to click it so I don't have to say it, so you don't have to bleep it out later. I'm just trying to help you help me.
Put it in post for me, please. I'll just say it. I'll put it in post. Thanks for reminding me.
Okay. All right. When you're driving, people, use your turn signals. Just use your turn signals. It's not that hard, and it actually saves lives. Legitimately, it saves lives. When you're going to turn left, if you're slowing down, how am I supposed to know if there's something in the road or if you're turning left? Use your turn signal. Help everybody else out. Don't be that jackass who's like, oh, I'm not using my turn signal. There's no reason not to use turn signals. So just freaking use it.
Yeah, there's really there's really no oh, well, I'm cooler if I don't use the turn signal. There's no royalty or there is no sense of what do you call it? Yeah, superiority if you don't use a turn signal.
Yeah, no girl's gonna drop her panties because you say you don't use a turn signal. And that's a fact.
Did you almost get into an accident?
No, but there was just an instance. I was driving today to my aunt's house, and I'm waiting to get in the left-hand turn lane, and the guy in front of me also gets left-hand turn lane. Is waiting to turn left
right
in the middle of the intersection,
but no turn,
and
signal.
Then goes right and goes straight. As he had that was a separate instance, and then so this other person is about to come straight. I'm waiting to turn left, and at the last second gets in the left-hand lane and turns left.
Hey.
People just can't drive.
You know what also is worse? When somebody uses a turn signal at the last second.
Yeah, it's just like, what's the point?
Like literally slowing down. They slow down even further, and then they use the turn signal. It's like you should have used it before you slow down.
They're starting to turn their car, and they turn it on. It's like, I can see what you're doing.
Like even like somebody in front of me, like they'll slow, like they are slower than the speed limit. First of all, which is just godly obnoxious. I always say it. Anybody who's driving slower than the speed limit is much dangerous than somebody driving faster than the speed limit.
Correct.
And like they'll slow down, and then they'll use their turn signal. It's like, no, use your turn signal first before you slow down.
Yes, that's the whole point of it.
And then finally, I will give a big shout out to Alex, one of our good streamer friends.
Yep.
He has no idea I'm saying this, so he'll probably be like, why is he shouting me out? So I'm finally back to playing NBA 2K again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
NBA 2K23. I don't know. I wanted to, not that I wanted to get back into it, but like there was just something of like, I think PGA Tour kicked it off for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got that. Alex helped me get that. Thank you, Alex. And using the same methods that Alex got me PGA Tour 23, I also got the same NBA 2K23. Mm-hmm. Which, like, if you think about it, the cost that it was for downloading the game, you could also spend it more on virtual currency. So I kind of got myself a little bit of head start in NBA my career. Mm-hmm. So I'm on the Milwaukee Bucks right now.
Nice.
I feel like I want to request a trade because they are not seeing the star that is me right now.
Well, Giannis is a ball hog, so
they want me to be the sixth man, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" I didn't even pick that option. My own player said it, not me, him.
Wow.
But no, it's weird too because all my life, every 2K game, it was always on my PlayStation 2, my Nintendo Wii, or my Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm on a laptop, the quality of graphics is 10 times better than I've ever played with. So like literally feels like I am playing a brand new game. Whereas I've literally played, I think 2K10, 11, 12, 18, and 19.
Yeah.
And all of them have been subpar graphics, 1080, 30 frames a second. Like this is phenomenal. But yeah.
Sports video games, yes, people say it's the same year after year, and maybe it is, but like it's fun. They're fun. They're just fun. Coincidentally, go ahead.
The dumbest gimmick is that every year you have to buy a new game,
mm-hmm.
but the only thing you are really buying is just the roster updates.
Yes, correct.
Or people updates, I should say.
Correct. Yep, that's fair. You are back in 2K. I am back in MLB The Show.
Nice.
So I downloaded it. Haven't really played it at all yet.
Right.
However, we're doing a league at work, like a league.
Yes,
like
you did.
Each person picks a team, and then you play each other like 3 times. So it goes like all season long. It's also kind of nice because there's a few people like outside of work, I think, in the league, but most of the times, like everyone in the league is we work with, so we can be like, "Hey, anyone free tonight at like 7? Yeah, okay, I'll get on." Like it's going to be fairly easy to get the games in. So I'm very excited about that, and I was able to pick the Yankees.
Nice.
And the cool thing is, it's like an actual league, so you can like trade players with other teams.
I will reiterate in saying that when you do have the opportunity, you should stream it.
I'll try my best. Mm-hmm.
I mean, care about the game more than the stream, but like,
right.
I think it'd be nice getting some. That could be quite the water cooler talk of like the highlights that you get from that, the clips.
And maybe I'll rip some packs on MLB The Show.
What's that?
Ripping some packs.
Oh, I thought you said some hacks. I'm like,
packs, baseball cards, which we've been ripping some packs at the work. Or merchandise guy.
That?
Merchandise guy. That? He gets baseball, like actual baseball cards, like legit baseball cards.
Mm.
So we've been buying, and like right at the end of the day, like we'll open a pack. I got an autographed one of a Mets player. It's pretty cool. Sold it already, so nice. Made a profit. Made a profit.
There you go.
So that's some good things happening in our lives. But you know what? Not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes we have to talk about the bad things, which is why we're going to end the show a little down in the dumps. Mike, you can go first.
I only have one.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. We don't realize how much we have until you hear another story from somebody.
Correct.
So Mr. Beast.
Yes.
Mr.
Happy
Beast.
birthday.
What?
It's his birthday today.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he tweeted it. I don't know.
Oh,
There's also
what?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, which by the way, my favorite YouTuber just uploaded another video, which I'm excited.
Nice. I didn't know we did.
What?
We're your favorite YouTubers.
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way. So before he did a video about 3 months ago, he actually made 1,000 blind people see for the first time.
Yep.
So it was this very evasive surgery, I think it was called, for actually somebody who is partially blind to actually be blind again. This one was he made 1,000 deaf people hear for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And one of the things that got me was that it was a family. The mom and dad were deaf. They have a child, and they've never been able to hear their child's voice.
No.
And they were able to hear it for the first time when they turned on their hearing assistants.
So they just start bawling their eyes out.
A lot of people were crying, and I was feeling emotional, but it didn't get me until the parents weren't able to hear their child's voice for the first time, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that we just take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's the importance, like, us doing this podcast. Like, first of all, like, if we both were deaf, like, we could still do a podcast, but it would only be for a certain niche, which is my constant reminder to always make your content accessible. So even if it's just automatic captions or just in text, as far as what was discovered that day, please just do it, because there's people like this that like can't hear simply. So that's why it's always good to add alt text. Kind of amid say what or down in the dumps, there was this trend that was going on that was like, click this on Twitter, and it was using the alt text to write a secret message. That's bullshit. Nobody should ever do that, because that's not its purpose, and it's dumb, and everybody should be educated the importance of alt text. But Mr. Beast having 1,000 deaf people here for the first time for free. And then on top of that too, he was giving people like $10,000, $12,000, a new jet ski. Wow. It was, those were the simple things, but like actually being able to use his quote powers for good was really cool. But then, literally in Beast Philanthropy, he's also, I helped 2,000 amputees walk again. So two videos in like the matter of like 2 days, he's been able to help people walk and help people listen.
Wow.
Oh, and the deaf people was worldwide too. So like they were actually going all around the world healing 1,000 people. So it wasn't just from USA.
Yeah, I remember when the blind one came out, when he helped people see, people were kind of like bashing him for it. So that really makes sense, because like he's not just doing it for content; he's actually doing it to promote the awareness behind it too. Like he's not just showing off; he's just doing to help.
Yeah. So I guess down in the dumps, so it was just very emotional to just see that exchange and have that be delivered for that. So
thank you for sharing, Mike.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah.
Well, I have 3.
God, you're depressed.
Number 1, it just doesn't stop raining.
We need it, man. Typical white guy.
We needed it for like the first 2 days, not the last 10. We've barely seen the sun the past 10 days.
Is it messing up your lawn mowing schedule, Matt?
No, but it's just I'm tired of using my windshield wipers and just being wet and everything. So some sunshine would be nice. Number 2, our kitchen in our apartment there's just no room to do anything. Like the two of us cannot cook at the same time.
So much room for activities.
The sink is so small. Like you put 5 dishes in it, and it just fills it up. If it's like a big pan, I can't wash it properly. Like it's too small, and then the counter space is too small that like I can't. When I put my dish towel to like let them dry, it takes the whole countertop. And then I still have dishes that I have to like hand wash because I don't have room on the counter for them to dry. It's very frustrating.
A recommendation.
Yes.
What's the thing that I have in my house? I want to call it a meat cart, but that's not what it is. A meat
dishwasher?
No. Oh my gosh. Butcher block.
What is that? I'm going to Google this. Explain
Butcher block. Just gives you a little bit more real estate. Like it's that one that has like my toaster and then like a water on the bottom, but it has like a flat surface that like you can move around.
Butcher block countertop?
Just put a butcher block cart.
Cart. Okay. Cart.
There's one I think on Amazon that you can get.
Yeah, for 123. The other problem that we have is this would be great. We have about 70 different shades of wood in our apartment just because like our TV stands don't match.
Do you want the kitchen to look the same or do you want more space in your kitchen?
I personally don't care. See, we don't have room in our kitchen for this. It would take up so much room.
Well, you would be able to move it. So, like, if both of you were working in the kitchen, you could literally take that to. I know I know what your house looks like, but you could literally take it to the outside of the kitchen area.
I'll have to look into it. It's got potential.
It has wheels, man. It's supposed to move.
I see that. It's got potential. That's true. All right, so that's work in progress, and then finally, I'm ashamed to admit this. I have failed the good people of the Funny Business Podcast. The popcorn stream. Popcorn stream did not go as well as I would have liked. I severely underestimated how much popcorn was in this bag. I obviously I used to eat it in college, but Mike, you can attest, it used to take me a good week to finish the bag, not 3 hours. And for those, if you weren't able to tune in, I started eating right away as the stream started. And we got about 50 minutes in, and my mouth just felt buttery. My teeth felt disgusting. I had one napkin. My hands were making my controller very dirty, and I couldn't eat anymore. So I didn't even finish a quarter of the bag. So I have failed. However, I want to brainstorm more ideas of stupid stuff I can do on stream. Because I think if we dial it down, we can really nail this in the head. But I failed miserably.
I will give you the not the honorary, but I will give you the. Is valor the right word?
Benefit of the doubt?
No. What is valor? Valor is. I'll give you the valor. Yeah, okay. Valor is great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. I'll give you the valor knowing that you admitted your own mistake. Well, you admitted your own failure. Mm-hmm. And that you were working to better yourself and improve yourself. And I'm glad that you admitted it because I would have brought it up at the end of the show.
I knew you would have. Yes. Got ahead of it. I also still have a ton of popcorn left that I haven't touched since. I just don't know what to do with it.
It's like when everybody goes out to drink and they drink tequila and they like actually have a bad night and they end up throwing up. It's like, oh.
What do you think the odds are that I can smuggle that whole bag into the movie theater?
Were you with us when, shout out Tom Scott, when Tom Scott tried to smuggle in a bunch of candy and snacks to the movie theater?
No, but how did he do it?
Yeah. Well, he tried wrapping it around his body, like his midsection. Come to find out that there was literally somebody who was working in the theater that walked by us, actually strapping it on him.
But you did it in the movie theater? Why would you do it like in the parking lot?
We did it in the parking lot. But somebody who parked in the same parking lot was walking by us as we were trying to smuggle in the candy.
Oh, see, that guy's lame. Everybody smuggles stuff into the movie theater. Just let it happen.
But it's okay, Matt. I was more worried about your safety more than anything.
I honestly, my stomach at the time didn't feel like great. Well, not awful, just not great. But I did not get sick from it. Stomach was fine the next morning. No issues.
Yeah.
I think because I stopped myself before I reached that level.
You did. It's like you drinking. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to stop. Like,
and also, for those wondering, it was 1.75 pounds of popcorn.
Yeah, people have been asking. They're like, how big is the popcorn? I'm like, I don't know. It's the size of a monitor. Like, I retweeted it. Like,
yes, it was bigger. It was not bigger than it was about the size of my monitor, 24 inches. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad you admitted it, though. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
Maybe next time we'll both do the one chip challenge. Play Fortnite.
Oh. Yeah.
The next time we do a live, can I please say this on the podcast? Next time we do a live in-person podcast, we should do a food challenge again.
Okay.
Like we did the ghost pepper.
That one chip challenge might be a little too much for us.
We'll figure something out.
Okay.
You still have those hot sauces?
No, I threw them out.
Damn it. Were they good?
Probably. I didn't try them. I was too scared. I was a baby bitch.
Okay.
So, anywho. Well, if you want to keep up with us, wanting to know when that next live podcast is for the next food challenge or when Matt's going to try to do something stupid again on the podcast, you can find all that information at solo.to/funnybusiness. The best thing that you could do for this podcast is share it with a friend. So be sure that you share it with a friend, even if they just listen to one episode. Give them a trial run of them listening to an episode, because maybe they might find something to listen to on their commute. Or maybe they'll find something that, maybe it's not for them, but maybe they'll recommend their friend. And then their friend will recommend their friend. And then it'll just keep going on in this nice little happy chain of happy people listening to the Funny Business podcast. So solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
What is your advice for the good coworkers of the funny business world?
My advice this week is to appreciate family time. Always appreciate the time you have with your family and friends and any loved one that you have, anyone you enjoy spending time with. This weekend is Mother's Day. So shout out to my mom. Shout out to Mama Gambita.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Give your mom a hug, but also, just remember when you're posting on social media or, just hanging out with loved ones that there's people that don't have their moms around.
Or can't be moms.
Or can't be moms, correct. So it's a time to celebrate, but it's tough for some people. So just be mindful of that, but just always appreciate the time with your moms, with your dads, with your brothers, sisters, grandparents, boyfriends, girlfriends, husband, wives, cousins, aunt, uncles, friends, whoever that you love.
Amen. That concludes another show. And until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.